What's up, everybody? My name is SuperSonic. This is the classic Sonic Trilogy. We're starting it off with Sonic 1 first, and then we're going to go over to Sonic 2, and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles, even though it's considered like two different games, but it's treated as one big game because of, you know, they had like two separate halves. So, yeah, we're going to kick it off here. Let's reset the console real quick. Yeah, three games in a row, basically, and one speed run. So we'll just go right into it. Didn't even give myself a countdown because who needs a countdown, right? Anyways, hope you like Green Hill. We're probably not going to be seeing it for very long. This is basically my backyard. I live in one of the mountains over there. Which mountain? I have no idea. There's so many. It's like pick a mountain. That's probably where I live. So yeah, I'm originally from Green Hill. And this is my home, and we're just trying to go through as fast as possible. Yeah, this is on the original Sega Genesis console, and yeah, we just passed Act 1. So originally, this game used to be run in IGT, but there has been some recent changes with Sonic 2 mostly, and then I'm pretty sure it's going to follow suit with Sonic 1, in which we're going to be timing it with RTA minus TB, which is time bonuses. So usually, like during the score countdowns, the timer would pause, and it'll allow it to count down like however many points you have. But in this case, it's not going to matter because we're playing 3 different Sonic games in a row, and they all have like very like different time bonuses. Yeah, in Act 2, this is actually probably the shortest level in the game in terms of the run, and when you have the speed shoes, it just kind of carries over into the ending jingle there. But yeah, hope everybody's having a great Retrothon so far. This is actually my favorite time of the year. I will be running like a few more games later this week, but this is basically my bread and butter, like classic Sonic games. And now here we are in Green Hill 3. We're gonna be taking the top route here. We're gonna see if we can get like consecutive bounces on this. There's one. That might be too far left. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's too far left. We're gonna get 3 of the 4. So there's another like invincibility box on that tree. If I manage to bounce on top of that, then I would be able to land on Robotnik like right as he spawns. So, but that's okay. At least we're out of Green Hill. Oh, big deal. All right, so we're saying goodbye to my home, and now we're heading into Marble Zone. We're going to be playing the first level glitchless, but the next 2 levels we will glitch through it. Because the category of this trilogy run is beat the games glitched. So we will be seeing some glitches in Sonic 1, although I'm not a huge fan of the glitch run for this game because a lot of them have like either pixel perfect, frame perfect, or sometimes both, like for the tricks. But we will be seeing plenty of glitches in Sonic 2 and especially Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because that is the most broken game out of the 3. So, but anyways, heading into Marble Zone here, we're gonna be taking a couple of damage boosts in this section. There's that first damage boost, and then the second one is coming up here. Just to kind of get up on the climbing a little faster. And we are done with the level. All right. Act 2. So we're going to be going for a thing called the level wrap. It's basically a horizontal underflow glitch. And if I do this part correctly, we'll be able to get to the end of the level pretty quickly. So let's see if I can get this positioning here. I might be a pixel too short. Let me go over 1. Nope. Yeah, I have to have a specific position for this part here, and it's usually kind of annoying. There we go. Okay. So what I did there is I was balancing on the edge of the platform there, and I tapped right and then jumped on the next frame, so that way Sonic will get a lot of horizontal momentum to kind of break through the screen barrier to get to the end of the level. So yeah, usually you can finish this level in about 11 seconds IGT. And then for this one, it's going to be going in through here. Hopefully I don't get crushed. There There we go. Same, kind of similar concept, but in this case we are going to be fighting a boss here. Since I don't have any rings, I can't do my faster strat here, so we're just going to be jumping across the lava. And there we go. That is basically Marble Zone. There will be one other glitch I will be going for in this game, and that's not until Labyrinth 2, so we've got a bit of ways. But in the meantime, we're going to be enjoying Spring Yard pretty much in its entirety. Yeah, we just gotta wait for the time bonuses to go down. Alright, and away we go. So Spring Yard 1. Gonna be taking this red spring to grab the speed shoes here. And then hopefully we'll be able to carry it all the way to the end here. So the general rule of thumb, well, with Sonic games is usually taking the top route. So since I fell down, I'm gonna take an intentional death here. It's actually a lot faster to go on the top route. If you go on the bottom route, it is actually a lot slower, especially because there are so many different like zigzag ways in there, and it's just not a fun time. So we're just gonna do this part again. There we go. Now we landed it up here. We're just pretty much coping with the level. I totally missed that platform, but that's still okay. Okay, well, 26, that's not too bad. Normally you would like to finish with a 24 or 23. But we'll gladly take that one. So Spring Yard Act 2, the first thing we're gonna do is jump into the spring. And what this will do is not do that. Actually, I didn't mean to roll there. I meant to like, on. Actually, I did meant to roll. Why is this not working? Hang on. Oh, I was supposed to be like, running there. That's why I'm like thinking, wait, why is this not working? I was thinking of Starlight 2 for some reason, because they have like a similar beginning there. But anyways, since I took too long to get past that section, my cycles are going to be slightly off, especially this platform. Spring Yard 2 is like a very dumb level in general, but that's totally fine. So now we're going to have Randy and Orton chasing after me here. They're going to try to hit me out of nowhere with an RKO, but we're going to be avoiding them, no problem. That was actually like 20 seconds slower than what I'm used to finishing at. So now Spring Yard 3, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to go to the left a little bit and then to the right. And what's that going to do is it's going to allow us to avoid the spike ball that's over here. Because if we try to hit the monitor and then try to roll underneath, it is possible to get hit by the spike ball even before the rings like add up to your counter. Because it takes about a second for it to count up, so that's why we kind of manipulate the positioning of the spike balls there. Now we're gonna go up this triangle sandwich to get on this top route here. Yeah, as I was saying, like the general rule of thumb is basically top route is a faster route for Sonic games. Other games it can definitely vary. We're gonna try to go into this corridor here. We call that the swoosh. Now we have the luxury of having both the invincibility and speed shoes. We're just gonna take this all the way to the boss. We're gonna be losing the speed shoes very shortly, and the invincibility, but it shouldn't be a problem here. Alright, very quick fight. Didn't even let him go to the left side completely. So yeah, 105, not too bad. Usually can finish with like a 103 or 102. 102 is actually kind of pretty close, but Alright, here we go. Now we have Labyrinth Zone. There are a lot of people like this zone, right? It's got water in it. And it's green. Probably like, I don't know, lemon lime soda or something. Or like Gatorade. So instead of taking this bottom route here, we're actually gonna go up top. So when we hit this the switch there, for some reason it makes this little tiny platform appear. And going this way is actually faster. So that way you don't have to go through like the maze area. I'm just gonna watch out for the burrow bots, get rid of this fish here. Alright, there we go. Done with that level. Now we're heading into Act 2. This is where we're going to be doing another glitch in this game. Yeah, we're going to try to go for a mini zip here. Because the game would want you to go to the bottom route into the water and such. But we're going to try to avoid that altogether. If I end up missing it, we'll just take the regular route. Should be fine. Life count is definitely really important in this game because extra lives are very scarce, and it doesn't give you extra lives like from getting 50,000 points like in the later Sonic games. Let's see if we can go here. Missed it. Okay, you know, we're gonna try again because going through this section is pretty dumb. Yeah, Sonic 1 is a very finicky game. Like trying to go for the glitches and such. There we go, that's better. Just skip that entire section. Now in Act 3, I would try to go for bubbleless here, which is a very risky strat, but I am down to 2 lives right now and I want to try to keep them. But if I end up getting a good setup here, I'll probably go for it. But if not, then we'll just go for the bubble. Wouldn't be too much of an issue here. No. Okay, yeah, we're not going for bubbleless. I didn't want to land on that ledge there. Because right as you enter the water, you want to just go all the way to where you're supposed to exit. So we will be hearing the drowning music. So if that freaks you out, I apologize in advance. Alright, let's hope that the bubble dude is going to give me a bubble here. A little quicker, please. Thank you. Alright. Now we can carry on. I'm going to go ahead and grab this checkpoint here just in case. Let's climb up this mountain, or quote-unquote mountain. Alright, let's do this. See if we can get the boss skip here. Ah, dang. So what I try to do there is I try to go above Robotnik, and you can actually just climb up this section like with him like tagging behind, because you don't have to kill him in this level. You just gotta get there really quickly, and you know, that's about it really. All right, so we got through Labyrinth. Now we're heading into the Calm of the Storm, which is Starlight. Like the first 2 levels are fairly short if done correctly. You could also glitch here too, but again, like as I mentioned earlier, like a lot of them use either pixel perfect, frame perfect, or sometimes both. So we won't be going for it. But just playing the level itself is still like pretty fast anyway. Okay, go through here, then we're just gonna like a 27, I think. Yep, not too bad. Alright, Starlight 2 coming up. That's what I was thinking, I was just jumping into the spring. I try to do that in Spring Art too. Let's get this big jump here. We actually made it on that ledge. That's actually pretty tough to do. So pretty happy we got that. Kind of squeeze through that little gap there. And then we're just gonna take this somewhat bottom route into the end of the level. That was pretty fast there. Okay, Starlight 3, I'm gonna try to go for a jump at the beginning. Chances are I may not get it, but if I do end up getting it, then I can get like a much quicker cycle. If not, then I'll probably be like 1 or 2 cycles behind. I just missed it. So there's like a tiny dip in that slope there. You can actually get 2 frame perfect jumps, and you would actually land on this seesaw over here fairly quickly rather than just having to go, you know, over, under, and around. But since we didn't get that quick cycle, we're gonna take this top route instead. If you get the faster cycle, you can actually go the bottom route, and it'll allow you to get the invincibility, in which you can use to fight the boss a lot easier. Well, somewhat easier, because this boss fight's still pretty annoying. We're just gonna take an intentional damage here. Now with the boss fight. I'm gonna utilize the seesaws here to pretty much damage him, and as long as you like land and then jump, like pretty much the frame after you land, you can actually get more jump height from those seesaws. That makes the fight a little bit faster that way. All right, so now we're heading into Scrap Brain, which is the final zone of the game. Well, technically final zone, because there is an actual zone called final zone, but it's actually a boss fight. Yeah, this is probably like my favorite zone in the game. So this one is also on cycles as well. Get this top route here. Nice. That is a very difficult jump to do. Saves a small chunk of time. Okay, it's gonna wait here a little bit. Watch out for the flames. Yeah, normally I would average like 44 in this level, but we could finish this in like 40 by getting that jump. So it's kind of a risky strat, because you know, once you miss it, then you just gotta wait for platforms to show up, and then it's just a whole mess of cycles there. And now we have Scrap Brain 2. We have Jurgen in the background there, just kind of staring into our souls. So you kind of notice that those, or that background there, the thing, or whatever that thing is, that looks like it's hypnotizing you, those are colorful. But in the original Sonic 1 cartridge, that is actually a solid pink color. So the reason being is I'm actually playing on the Sonic Classics compilation cart, because for Sonic 2, there is an exclusive glitch that isn't in the original version of the game. And I know RGig will give me a lot of crap about it because I run this version. But yeah, it basically allows you to get slope glitch a lot easier in Wing Fortress, which we will see like a lot later in the game. But it does not exist in the original. So yeah, there's like some minor differences. Like for Sonic 1, there isn't really anything in terms of differences, just I guess like aesthetically looking like a little bit different, but other than that, everything else is practically the same. So after finishing Act 2, we're gonna be going into a cutscene sort of. It's gonna show us Robotnik, and that's where Final Zone is, or like on the other side of him. So we're just gonna moon Robotnik, and then just kind of will send us into Labyrinth 4, aka Scrap Brain 3. So this level is normally really long if you don't know where you're going, but if you follow this path here, it is actually one of the shorter levels of the game. So just go this way, gonna head into the purple Kool-Aid here, and we're just gonna climb up. I almost got hit by that, and yeah, that's the end of the level there. So Final Zone. This boss fight, if you just hold right at the very beginning, you can actually manipulate his positions. And the way you do that is while you're hitting Robotnik and you let go of all of your inputs while you're hitting him, you will be in a set pattern on those pistons. So that the top pistons are 1 and 3, the bottom pistons are 2 and 4. So the order we're looking at is 4, 3, 2, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3. There is a pause buffering strat in which you can actually make him appear like earlier, and it does save like 2 in-game seconds, but yeah, it's not really worth doing that. So it's just better to do it this way. And this one's like a lot easier to remember as well. So there, right as I hit him, I'm letting go of all the inputs on my controller. So I pretty much know exactly where he's going to be. Now, if I manage to miss a hit, then the RNG is going to be all over the place. Like he'll appear anywhere and you don't know where he's going to be. So you got to kind of bank on it. Just kind of guess where he's at. But that's the end of Sonic 1. So we're just going to do this and decapitation. Okay, that finishes Sonic 1. So we're just going to do a quick power cycle. And now heading into Sonic 2. So now we're going to be bringing Tails with us. This is the only time we will have Tails tag along. Because in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, we're just going to be using Sonic only, and Tails decides to spin dash the other way. Good job. Alright, so Emerald Hill. This is the vacation spot. Like I would go here on vacations whenever I get a chance. It's not like Green Hill, but it's still green, you know. And luckily, we don't have to turn in our speedrunner card to Shadow because I still finished the level in 20 seconds. So this is kind of the same thing like in Sonic 1, the time bonuses, and like after each act there's always like a, you know, kind of like a fade out and then the fade back into a level. Once we get to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you will see like that tiny difference like in terms of levels, and there will be some strats in which we would have to take intentional deaths in order to unload Act 1 from Act 2. But with that being said, we're just gonna take this bottom route here, grab this this shield. Also, another difference between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 is there's only 2 acts, with the exception of Metropolis Zone, because there's 3 acts in that level. Yeah, that takes care of Robotnik there. Just gonna be you know, teetering on the whatchamacallit, the capsule. Oh, we will be seeing some interesting glitches very shortly, but we won't be seeing our first glitch until Hilltop. For the time being, this is like straight up platforming, lots of speed too, and I guess another thing I forgot to mention, this game has spin dashing, and spin dashing is going to be our main form of movement in this game. So if you rev up 6 taps, that'll give you like max speed. Now sometimes the percentage can range depending on like when you rev up the spin dash. So there's like 3 tap spin dash, or like you'll kind of hear me say like a different number tap spin dash or something like that. But mostly you'll be hearing like 6 tap. But in this case, like in this level, we're going to be doing a 3 tap spin dash. Luckily we have Tails following us here, and we have him with us because he's going to allow us to skip a huge chunk of this level in particular. But we basically use Tails to manipulate opening the door there, and that skips like a whole chunk of the level. I'm just gonna go up here, get a bit of a roll jump to get some more speed there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's an important thing to note. If Tails ends up getting the hit, that is actually going to create iframes for Sonic, and he'll just fall right through. So we want to make sure that we're the ones hitting Robotnik and not Tails. But we only have Tails with us for mostly a couple of tricks that we got to do. Other than that, Tails is mostly like a non-factor. So he's just kind of tagging along with us, like we're like walking a dog or something. All right, Aquatic Ruin. This first zone, we don't have to enter the water at all. Like, we'll probably enter it like maybe once or twice. Or just don't even enter the water, actually. Because that kind of works. Oh, and there's Tails just kind of tagging along from behind. He's just along for the ride. Act 2, on the other hand, we are going to go into the water. And let's see what happens here. Okay, just go into the spring. Alright, we got that jump. That's pretty good. Okay. Thankfully, we didn't hear the drowning music, so... Alright, let's see if we can get a decent boss fight here. Ah, just missed it. Yeah, we tried to land a hit frame perfectly on Robotnik, and what that would have done is it would kind of send him off screen, and then it would create like exploding animals out of the capsule, which is like just a couple seconds faster. Didn't quite get that, but that's okay. All right, so we're heading into Casino Night. Okay, we'll take this top route here, grab the speed shoes, grab the invincibility, even though we don't really need it, but yeah, hopefully I don't get subpixeled in this section here. Did not, that's good. Jump across here, gonna go up this way. You can get a flipper clip, maybe? No, I didn't. That's a 50-50 of getting a flipper clip there. This saves about like a second. Yeah, Casino Night Zone, pretty popular with gambling, you know, with the slot machine and all that. Which ironically, there is a gambling percent category for Sonic 2, in which you try to get 999 rings as fast as possible. Try to do that like as a meme, basically. But hopefully we don't have to do any gambling here. We're gonna try to avoid it altogether. Yeah, we're just gonna grab the speed shoes. I missed that second batch, but that should be okay. Yeah, bounce off this way into this launcher. Let's see if we can get a flipper clip here. Alright, I got a first flipper clip. There's one more flipper clip to get. So yeah, I did a little bit of pause buffering to maintain Sonic's vertical momentum. Alright, I got both of them. Very good. I got this boss fight here. There you go, very nice. Okay, then we're just gonna look up to despawn the animals a lot faster. This is an RTA strat. And I made Tails die. My bad. Anyways, we got Hilltop coming up here. This is where we're gonna see first of our glitches here. We're just gonna traverse through this way. Gonna get subpixel. Very good. Ah, so there's like a tiny bump in the hill there, in which we could get like a pretty high jump. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna walk off this elevator there, and then yeah, we just did a little bit of a mini zip. And just grab a ring to do the damage boost here. Seinfeld zone, yeah. Yeah, that's Act 1. So yeah, we basically skipped like a tiny chunk of that level. Okay, Act 2. I try to catch a cycle here. Got a pretty good beginning jump, which is good. If we miss that jump, then we will miss the cycle automatically. I think we caught it. Oh yeah, we caught it. Very good. Get up here, spin dash onto this platform, or spin dash jump. Oops, didn't want to go in the springs there. Gonna go all the way down, not hit the lava, unfortunately. fighting the boss here. Okay, sometimes Tails can be a nuisance in this section. Thankfully, he wasn't. All right, so we're at a hilltop. Okay, we are heading into a mystic cave. So we're just about halfway through Sonic 2 now. Gonna be doing a lot of spin dashing for movement. There's actually like a frame perfect jump you can do there in order to land on that ledge. Oops. So we use the invincibility to just land on the spikes to jump right through that door there. You don't have to like grab the lever and pull it down. Oops. Gotta watch out for the deadly asparagus there. You don't want to get crushed by it. I have been crushed by that multiple times. I'm sure like other Sonic 2 runners have as well. I guess another thing that I forgot to mention, like every time you get like 10,000 points or more in the total on the bottom, it'll always give you a continue. They did not do that in Sonic 1 because the only way you get continues in that game is through special stages and getting 50 rings in there. And then kind of similar for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you got to go into a bonus round and get 50 rings and then you get to continue that way. So also, that jump there is pretty difficult to do. You have to do like a 4-tap spin dash and then jump like right up where the thing is like going down, like the ground. That was pretty nice to get there. 7, 8, very good. So yeah, the drills there, as long as Robotnik has iframes, like they will not hit you, which is pretty nice. So you can just kind of sit there and spin dash away while he's like coming down, and you can just get a quick kill off of that. All right, Oil Ocean. So for this level, we're gonna be taking the bottom route. And the oil has a kill plane, like where the third wave is. So there's like 4 waves on there. The third wave will activate the kill plane. I'm gonna try not to go through that. I'm gonna traverse through here. Go underneath the gaps. And it will pretty much be at the end of the level right about here. And there we go. So now in Act 2, we're going to be doing another level wrap here, in which it'll take us to the boss fight. There's actually another strat that is like a few seconds faster, but it is a little more risky to go for, just for a few second time save. So we're going to go into this second launcher here, take intentional damage to go into this booster, or the teleporter. And now we have pseudo supersonic physics for a short bit. As long as I don't go off screen like really fast before this level wrap, I'll be able to have the glitch. But now that we did the level wrap here, we're just waiting for the camera to catch up. Then Sonic is waiting at the boss room. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got him in one cycle. If we missed that hit, then we would have to wait 18 seconds to land the last hit. So that went out pretty well. But now we're gonna have Metropolis Zone, and each level has a trick in it, so we're not gonna be seeing much of it. Alright, so we need Tails to follow us here. He's pretty vital for this one. Okay, so we get a vertical wrap here. Alright, we need Sonic to land. There he is. But that is actually a slower variant of the trick that I'm doing. But it's still like pretty fast rather than playing the whole level. So. There we go. So now in Act 2, if Tails doesn't screw us over, you can finish it off quicker. He's gonna take intentional damage here to land on this platform, having iframes to go through. Ah, I missed it. I was supposed to do a level wrap there, but we can do it again. I think I didn't quite get enough speed. There we go, that worked. Okay, so now we're at the end of the level, just waiting for the camera to catch up, but we're gonna do this instead. Ah, rats. So now in Act 3, this is a trick that Joey Baby found, and it saves like a lot of time. So what we're gonna try to do here is we're gonna manipulate Tails to go the other way, and then he's gonna drop the platform down for us here. I'll look up. Hopefully this works. There we go. So we get slope glitch. Kind of go inside the ground, and then now we're at the boss fight, but we're gonna be spawned above Robotnik instead. And then we just have to hold the jump button a little bit just so we can get some height, because iframes will just make us go right through. And yeah, the hardest boss fight in the game is now like the easiest boss fight just by doing that. So yeah, that's Metropolis. We didn't see any of it really. Also, if I end up dying to these balloons, it would actually make me play the level over again, so. But now we have an auto-scroller. This level is 2 minutes and 6 seconds long. So we're just gonna be sitting up on this top corner here and do nothing for like 50 seconds. Perfect time to hydrate. You know, get up, walk around, stretch, whatever you gotta do. For like these 50 seconds. Yeah, this is pretty much like the calm before the storm. Also get the Wing Fortress. We have another major trick coming up in that level. And then we got Death Egg. And that'll round up Sonic 2. And then we will be heading into our longest game of the trilogy, which is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This is where we start moving, just for a little bit. Yeah, I get to kind of listen to the chill music and, you know, I guess think about what you gotta do today and relax or something like that. Think about what you gotta eat for dinner. Yeah, now I'm thinking about food right now. All right, so we're gonna be seeing a cloud pattern here. This right here is Marge Kong. So you see like this is like the face of King Kong, and then the back of this is like the hair of Marge Simpson, so we call it Marge Kong. That's what I thought it looked like, so. All right, so yeah, there's like a few more seconds left of this level, so there's really not much to do here. Now when we get to Wing Fortress, gonna be doing specific movement to set up a memory manipulation that can get a quick kill on the boss fight. I'm gonna kill that chicken there. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm playing on the classic compilation cart. This does not work on the original cartridge, so this is slope glitch. I'm gonna spin dash all the way here. And I'm gonna set it up again onto that zip line. Go in inside the ground here, and if done correctly, get a spin dash in there. Get 8 quick hits. And then we look up. Yeah, this glorious sprite. Yeah, that happens because we have slope glitch, but once we get on the plane, we're back to normal. And then we have black flames too. So this is like a 40-second cutscene of Sonic and Tails chasing after Robotnik here. And then Sonic has really strong arms, so he's able to hold on to this I don't know, spaceship or whatever that Robotnik is on currently. Yeah, we're heading into Death Egg. So apparently hedgehogs can breathe in space. And here we are on Death Egg. So we got 2 boss fights we gotta do. First one, we're gonna set up a spin dash to get 4 hits. And the second one, I'm gonna delay just a tiny bit because it is possible to soft lock or hard lock here. I'm gonna try to go for 12-0 just once. 12-0 is basically a 1-cycle boss fight, and it is pretty difficult to do. Okay, we ended up getting it. Nice. And that was a really bad spin dash. So we're just kind of getting blown up here. But that should be the end of Sonic 2. All right, so 2 games down. 1 more to go. Now we're heading into my favorite game of the trilogy and favorite game in general. This is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So this is Sonic 3 and Sonic Knuckles put together in one cartridge. The good old lock-on technology back in the day. Thanks for GG's, y'all. So yeah, this is a long game, so there's gonna be a lot happening here. So like the first few levels is pretty much glitchless, but Sonic has the ability to do the instant shield, in which it'll expand his hitbox and protect him from like various things for like a few frames. And the expanded hitbox will also help out in boss fights as well. And then this game also introduces elemental shields. So we have the fire shield currently, in which it'll protect us from fire and lava areas. Water, or the bubble shield, will protect us from underwater, so we'll be able to breathe in there. And then the lightning shield, which is probably the best shield in the game, it'll give us the ability to double jump, and it attracts rings to be pulled in. And then also in this game, mini bosses are introduced. And after you finish a mini boss, like the signpost will come down. We just have to kind of bounce it around and do all the things like that. So we're done with Act 1. And here's the biggest difference between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. The levels are connected together. So after Act 1 is over, it's going to immediately go into Act 2. Like so. And there's like 2 glitches that we got to do in the game, in which we have to take intentional deaths to unload Act 1 from Act 2, otherwise the level ups will not work. Yeah, this is probably like the only instance we will see the bubble shield in this game. Gonna do a bounce to grab this lightning shield. Some loop jumps to get some more speed off the loops. Alright, oops. Did not want to do that extra jump there. I'm gonna try to set up for a cutscene skip. So what I'm doing there is like when I go into the tube, I'm letting go of all my inputs, and then while Sonic is off screen, that's when I'm holding right. And then right before the tree, I do a double jump, and that's pretty much setting a memory manipulation so that after we beat this boss, it's gonna unlock the screen so we can just get the Knuckles cutscene all together. It takes about 5 seconds. But if we don't get it, we'll just let the cutscene play out. It's no big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, spin. And use our second jump just to kind of make it over safely. Okay, now the screen should unlock like so, and then just get the cutscene there. So here we have Hydro City. I know some people like to call it Hydrocity, but you're wrong. Like even though there's no space in between it. Like Hydro means water, city means city. Hydro City. All right. I don't know, that's like the eternal debate of how to pronounce that word. It's always like that whenever this game pops up anywhere, or if I'm like doing TV attempts of this. Like usually that's like the ongoing debate. Alright, so we have this boss here. We can probably get a couple of hits off screen for a little bit. Alright, we got 4, which is actually pretty good. And just kind of get him in the center there. So a pretty good boss fight. And this is where the fun begins. Almost every stage after this is a glitch. Some of them are kind of tough to do, so it may take me a couple tries, but we'll do our best to get it like fairly quickly. Okay, so we gotta take an intentional death here. So now that'll unload Act 1 from Act 2. There we go. Kind of flip through there. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think we're alright. Gotta do this part off screen a little bit. And now we're at the boss fight. Now we just line up Sonic right here. The propeller is not even gonna hit us. Or pretty much protected there. Because the hitbox is like in the middle of it, not like on the blades. So you're able to stand on the edge of the cyclone there safely. Okay, now we're heading into my least favorite zone, which is Marble Garden. I absolutely despise this zone, but hopefully it'll go well. I do have a backup file in case I do mess up. So let's see what happens here. So this is an infinitely vertical level. So we can do a thing called screen wrap here. And what this allows us to do is it allows us to get through other portions of the level, and we can actually object phase through various things like the springs or like you know, like the monitors and stuff like that. So the hitboxes of the objects will deload, and Sonic can just be like inside the object. Alright, so since we didn't get the initial level wrap there, we gotta do the backup route. I'm just gonna be doing some screen wraps here, and then you're gonna see that I got well, I was stuck inside a spring there for a moment. Try to do this again. There we go, should be in there. There we go. So we use the spring hitbox to push us into the wall and just kind of skip the rest of the chunk there. Now this section, we're gonna do another screen wrap. And now we're in the loopback area. So this is basically like excess stuff that just kind of remains in the game. But the only thing is, we're gonna be fighting the Act 2 boss here. There we go. So we're inside the wall. We're in spin dash mode. We're fighting the Act 2 boss in Act 1. So here's the interesting thing once I get past this guy here. Got a couple more hits. There we go. So I'm in the center of the screen. Now we're gonna wait for the capsule to come down. I'm in the center, so I'm basically paying attention to that. I'll hit the capsule, pan the camera down, and do a quick right left. And you kind of see, it says I got through Act 1. Even though we did beat the Act 2 boss, it's gonna send us straight to Carnival Night. However, on the game's file select screen, it's gonna keep us in Marble Garden because we technically did not complete Act 2. While it's in, like, you know, like we just got through Act 2 without like having a time bonus there. So if I end up messing up Carnival Night, I would have to reset and go back to Marble Garden. So the only way we can get through having the file select screen go up one counter, we have to finish up Carnival Night in Act 2 and see the time bonus go through. So once you hear the jingle of the time bonus finish in Act 2, then the file select screen is going to go up one. So it'll go from whatever current zone we're on to the next one. So now we have wheel glitch. And we're going to be keeping this wheel glitch hopefully throughout the remainder of Carnival Night here. Now, the only catch is I cannot jump. If I end up jumping, then I'll lose wheel glitch, but there is one exception to that rule. Is if I jump off an object. So if I'm jumping off like the barrel, for instance, if I jump off of that, I can still keep wheel glitch that way. But if I jump on just regular ground, I will lose the glitch, and then I'll have to play through all of Act 2, which is like a 2-minute time loss. So what we're gonna do in Act 2, I'm sure a lot of us that played this game, we dealt with the Barrel of Doom at one point. We're gonna be skipping the Barrel of Doom altogether. So yeah, there's our instance of jumping off the barrel there. Retaining wheel glitch here. I'm gonna go up into the ceiling, holding right. And once I start moving, I'm going to do a spin dash. So while doing the spin dash, there are these tiny gaps that we cannot see in the ceiling. Sonic is just going right through because the spin dash form, it's a smaller hitbox, so he's able to squeeze right through. And we're pretty much at the boss fight here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Watch out for the ball. And there we go. No Barrel of Doom. Okay, so now we're gonna let the 4 countdown finish, and once we hear the jingle, we're gonna reset the console. There we go, reset. So this is a cutscene skip. And now we're gonna go into our file, and we're in ice cap now. We get the jam a little bit here. Do nothing for like 20 seconds. Okay, now we're gonna play the level. Okay, so now we're gonna be setting up slope glitch again. I'm gonna focus on this level real quick. Okay, we have slope glitch now. Go here. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this really quick. Okay, now our Knuckles is corridor. We might fight the boss here, actually. Are we? Actually, no, we're skipping them. This is still fine. Okay, we're in the loopback area now. This is totally fine. And once we get through the snow here, we're into launch base. So we skipped the bosses completely here. Now in launch base, so this is kind of similar to what we did in Marble Garden heading into Carnival Night. The file is still on ice cap since we did not beat any bosses there. So we have to finish up launch base in order for it to make our zone counter go up. But in this one, we're going to be letting this bird follow us here. Take intentional damage to set up a spin dash inside this elevator. 2, 3, 4. Oh no. I ended up getting soft locked inside the wall because I paused a frame early. So yeah, you kind of see we got to ice cap, but we're going to use our backup file here. So yeah, we'll just have to use our backup file for the remainder of the run. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. I wasn't expecting this trick to be the one that gives me trouble, but alas, here we are. So yeah, what I wanted to do here is I need this bird to hit me so I can set up the spin dash. And then I'm pausing 5 times here, 4, 5. So there's a perfect pause that I needed. Then I let go of the spin dash and then I start zipping into the wall. So now we're heading into Knuckles' boss arena. And Knuckles has 2 bosses to fight here, while normally Sonic would have 1 to fight. So in this situation, we're going to be killing one of these things off, and we need to have our timer to be at 1 minute flat. 3, 4, 5. There we go. We're going to leave this guy alive. So now after the 4 countdown finishes, we're gonna kill him, and that treats it as an Act 2 boss. And Peacock. So yeah, that boss, it basically treats it as Act 2 boss, so we're able to finish this level fairly quickly without having to play it at all. Now we'll just reset the console. That'll be our cutscene skip to go into Mushroom Hill. Alright, so now we're in the and Knuckles half of the game. Then we're going to be seeing some more broken stuff. Okay, we're going to be doing some pause buffering here so I don't get crushed by the door. Now we're gonna jumping down the level here. I'm done again. Ah, I overshot it. Gotta take an intentional death. So what I wanted to do there, I wanted to set up a level wrap. There we go. Do it again. So setting up a level wrap at a specific position so we can like kill the boss fight while it's like lower. Come on, jump down. So that's like, there's like these air pockets that we cannot see. There we go. Should be in a good spot now. Oh, what? Try again. Yeah, Mushroom Hill is very annoying. I'm trying to get the door clip here initially. Because it's very easy to get crushed. Try this again here. I really want to show this off too, so come on, jump down. Ah, no. This is being very stingy right now. I'm overshooting the zip just a little bit because you're moving really fast while you're in the wall. So you have to like do subtle movements in order to like navigate through it. Come on. Oh, there's a death. So that's what happens whenever I, you know, try to get to the position properly. Come on, Marble. Or Mushroom Hill. Oh. There we go. Jeez. Maybe 4th time's a charm, possibly. I'm trying to... There we go. Maybe. This work? There we go. All right. We got the thing to work, so now we're gonna have the boss spawn a little lower than normal. There he is. Really? Gosh, it was going so well. Gosh, Mushroom Hill. Oh my gosh, dude. I hate this zone. Like when you think you got the trick to work properly, it just completely backfires on you. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, come on. Why is Mushroom Hill being dumb? There we go. Please? Okay. Can we at least beat the boss finally? Out of all the zones, Mushroom Hill is being dumb. There we go, that's better. Okay, now we're just gonna stand right here. And we're gonna get invisible mushrooms just pop up out of nowhere. But we're technically inside a wall right now. And what's gonna happen here is we're gonna go down into the wall. Because there's like a tiny gap that we're gonna fall right through. Right here, and we gotta drop down 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And then right about this area here, gonna zip right through. And we skip 2/3 of Mushroom Hill. Act 2. So normally the seasons would change in this level, but since we ended up skipping it, it keeps it in its default palette rather than like changing seasons. Okay, just gonna go up this way, grab the fire shield. Ah, we lost it immediately. Kind of wanted to keep the fire shield there for this fight, but that's okay. There we go. All right. Okay, we're finally out of Mushroom Hill. Thank goodness. Okay. We're going to be doing another cutscene skip after the score countdown finishes. And then we're going to go into final battery, or flying battery, final battery. Okay, so we're going to stand here, crouch, set up a spin dash and pause on the same frame, and this is as intended, by design, and intended. So we get this glorious looking sprite here, and we're able to pretty much go through walls, as long as we're on flat ground. So we're just going to be holding right, and it's going to take us all the way to the boss fight. And you did hear HUD's mention about this in his run earlier, about Mr. Tickles. This here is Mr. Tickles. This boss will pretty much hit himself. Dude, there's like two different sprites that you would see like during as intended, which is what this trick is called. This is the second of the two different sprites. Now we're gonna stand in the corner here to activate slope glitch. Now there's two different routes we can take in Flying Battery 2. We can either get the top route or the bottom route. Ideally the top route is faster if we can get it, but if not, we'll try to go for the bottom route and have to go through laser skip, which is pretty annoying to deal with. Oh no. Alright, we still have slow glitch, which is fine. So now we're taking the bottom route, so we're going the laser skip route, and laser skip doesn't really happen right away. You have to be at a specific position to get like a spin dash to object phase through the laser. We don't need the lightning shield anymore, so it's okay if we get hit by that. Okay, so we gotta try to get through that laser. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we need this laser to be off screen and then stand in a specific position and do a 9-tap spin dash. May not look like we'll get it here. Try a couple more times. There we go. Yeah, that's laser skip, but since it took us too long, it's not really gonna matter. Because we gotta wait for this part anyway. Yeah, we got some glitched out clouds. I mean, now they're back to normal. So now we just gotta wait for the bridge to come up. And then we're gonna fight the boss here. The clouds were something, yeah. Alright, so now we got the boss here. And I'm gonna wait a little bit until he starts swinging again. 1, 2, 3, and then take the remainder hits. We'll just lose our rings intentionally just so we can get a much shorter bonus. And then we're gonna see 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, because we broke the capsule open before he completely left the screen. And now we're heading into Sandopolis Zone. So we gotta do a 2-tap spin dash to go into the sandfall. Do another 2-tap spin dash to flip inside the slope here, and now we're all the way at the end of the level, just waiting for the camera to catch up. So yeah, it's a lot better than playing this level in general, but there is like a thing that like HUDs came up with called the Sando 601. So he'll be playing like Sando 1 601 times, but there was also like an annual like Sando 100 race that we did. So we would just be playing Sandopolis Zone Act 1 like 100 times. It just became like a meme. Huge shout out to HUDs for that. And this boss right here, this is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This boss fight is very underwhelming, because there's really nothing we can do about it. So we're just gonna stand here and wait for him to come to us, and then we're just gonna push him into the quicksand, and that's like a level over. Now when the signpost comes down, I'm gonna aim to get a fire shield here. If I don't get the fire shield, then that's fine. Like I can still do with the lightning shield. Oh, okay. I'll just push him down there. We might not be able to get lightning or a fire shield here. Let's see. Nah, we didn't get it. I think it was just a little too far off. Okay, so we're not gonna have the fire shield for this, which is fine. Like we can still do the lightning shield route, which is pretty similar, but it's actually a little faster with fire shield because you have the air dash. Okay, so Sandopolis 2. You know, we're gonna do something fun here. Instead of lighting up the pyramid, we're gonna keep it in the dark. this is an infinitely vertical level, we're gonna hit the spring. We're gonna avoid this capsule because that's where the ghosts are. Now, the only way these ghosts will come out is if I hit a checkpoint, which is this one right here. So if we end up hitting it, then the ghosts will come out. But we're gonna try to not let the ghosts come out and just play this level in darkness. Well, I mean, we can still see it, but you know what I mean. Kind of play it in the dark in the games aspect or the story aspect. So we're gonna go for a loop clip here. And by doing this loop clip, we're gonna be skipping the auto scroller section, which is that rising quicksand, or it's not really quicksand, it's just rising sand. And it's like a huge time save. I think it's like roughly 2 minutes or so of a time save. We're just gonna be navigating through here. And yeah, we skip the entire sand section, like the rising sand. Now we're gonna clip inside this wall here using that platform as a way to push us in. And avoid the checkpoint. I'll show the ghost coming out like right before the level finishes. Kind of missed this platform cycle here, which is fine. Okay, I'll make the ghost pop out right here so that we grab the checkpoint. Now there they are. Just for a short moment. Try to beat the boss without having the music play. That's okay. Yeah, that is Sindopolis. Now we are heading into Lava Beef or Lava Reef. So we're just gonna climb up here. Those steps kind of look like, you know, beef briskets or something. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna jump off of this area to clip through this corner here using that platform. That skips like a tiny chunk. I'm gonna grab the fire shield. And this will protect us from the lava as long as we don't lose it. There we go. And open up the switch here. You could either stair clip or just use the elevator clip here. Just do a tiny spin dash to like clip inside this wall. Saves a little bit of time. And we just kind of run across the lava with the fire shield here. Getting close to the boss fight. I'm gonna lose the fire shield intentionally here because we're gonna use Insta Shield for the fight. There we go. Get rid of these tentacles. 2, 3. Wait for that to come down, then hit it. 2, 3, 4, 5. So he bobs up and down 5 times, and then he'll just kind of slam his hand onto the ground for a chance to get like 3 hits. I think the max you can get is 4, but let me see if I can get this trick here. Ah, dang. I tried to go for a thing called monitor clip, and what it would do is it'll clip Sonic into the ground, and you can basically skip this entire level. It's like a 1-minute time save going for that monitor clip, but it's really hard to do, and it is a huge run killer like in PB attempts. It would have been really cool to get that, but it is a hard trick though. But instead we get to see Lava Reef 2 in most of its entirety. Now normally we would be fighting the boss here, or lack thereof fighting the boss, because it is just an auto scroller and it's like up to 2 minutes or so. So we're gonna be skipping the boss fight in this level. Just gotta get a little further in, and then I can show y'all how to skip that said boss. So utilizing the insta shield sometimes. Just take that damage boost just to get up on that ledge there. Still get through that section. Okay, now we're gonna go to the bottom and grab the lightning shield. Carefully hit that switch without having to go into the special stage ring. Okay, now we're gonna traverse up here. Okay, now we're gonna go for the stair clip. So in that stair, clip inside. Do 2 quick 1-tap spin dashes, head into Knuckles' corridor, and then you skip all of Lava Reef 2. Or like the rest of Lava Reef 2, basically. Don't have to deal with the boss fight there. And now in Hidden Palace, this is probably like one of the few levels where there really isn't a glitch or anything like that. We're gonna be fighting our friend Knuckles here. Oh no. 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 Yeah, a little bit of a Sonic Adventure reference there. Alright, so now here we have Knuckles shaking his fist at Robotnik and playing his air guitar to tell him to bring down the ring pop back on the altar. He tries to chase after him here. Then he tries to grab onto his gigantic ring pop, but to no avail because Robotnik is going to shock him here, and thus we see the skeletal anatomy of an echidna in which the back of his head is shaped like a butt. And here we're going to be doing some slinkies. So that's 1 slinky, 2 slinky. All right, we got 3 slinkies. The run is valid. And there we go. All right. Sky Sanctuary. This level is also fairly short. But first, we gotta wait for the Death Star or Death Egg to do its thing. We're not gonna be seeing it right here. But we're gonna be waiting in this spot until Knuckles jumps off the launcher here. Now we're gonna be trying to catch a cycle for the vine that's coming up. We let go of the spin dash here. And grab onto the vine. So yeah, that's the early cycle that we got. This level is also infinitely vertical. So we're at the very bottom of the level right now, and we're gonna go all the way to the top of the level. And we don't have to do any of the mini boss fights with Mecha Sonic here, in which he uses the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 bosses. Instead, we just go all the way to fighting Mecha Sonic right here. I didn't quite get good RNG there, but that's okay. Alright, and that's Sky Sanctuary. Now we got one more cutscene skip to do. Just gotta wait for the time bonus to go to 0. Hear the jingle. There we go. And now we're heading into the final zone of the game, which is Death Egg. Not counting Doomsday because we don't have all the emeralds. I might try to go for a trick here. Saves about 30 seconds if I get it correctly. If not, then we'll just play through the level normally. It's no big deal. See what we can get here. Okay, we got the zip. That saves 30 seconds. Very good. Now we're gonna go into the Graviton. Now you gotta watch out for this section here in particular, especially after you open the door, because it is possible to get crushed. Like if you're at the very top of the ceiling, like where the door is coming down, if you try to like go right up against it, it'll crush and kill you, so you don't want to do that. So I'll go into the onion rings here. There's another set of onion rings, but it is very obnoxious, so we don't need to go through that. And now we're going to be fighting a two-phase boss fight here. This is Red Eye. 2, 3, 4, 5. You're expected to take damage here, which is completely okay. At least, as long as we have rings, we should be fine. Now we got phase 2 coming up. There we go. Got him. Now we just stand in the center here. Okay, so that is Death Egg 1. Now we got the Death Egg 2 coming up. Just like we did in Hydro City 2, we're going to take an intentional death to unload Act 1 from Act 2 so we can initiate a level wrap. So conveniently, there's spikes right here, so just jump into them. Okay, so now that we have Act 1 unloaded, we're gonna get this lightning shield here, and we're gonna go right back to where the stairs were. And we're gonna do this upside down. Okay, that spat up. We need to go inside the wall here, because we're gonna be doing another level wrap. There we go. And we have a 2-frame window to get this jump here. Sometimes subpixels can be an issue. Come on. There we go. And as long as we see the rings inside the beam there, that means we got the level wrap. So now we're gonna go straight into the boss fight. And we're gonna remain upside down for this. So this right here, this is Uwu Ball. If you make fun of his films, he'll try to fight you. So we just stay on the upside down area, spin dash into the spike cars right away. If you end up missing one of these, this will ruin the boss fight altogether. So you want to make sure that you don't miss any of these. So just kind of spin dash and then jump right against the wall here, against the tube. And then just set up a spin dash again right as he drops the spike car. So there's 2 more hits to do here. Okay, got one more. There we go. Now we got the final fight coming up here. Do a spin dash to make the screen shift a little bit. So there's actually no collision at the end here. So you gotta be careful not to go all the way to the right. And we did this specifically for one reason, and that's for phase 2 of this fight. So phase 1 is the fingers here. We got some jamming tunes. Oh, I lost my lightning shield. That should be okay, I think. Okay, so here's phase 2. Don't blink for this. That just beat him really fast. And yeah, there's no tiles here. We're just kind of standing in the air. 5, 6. So we got 2 more hits, and then time's gonna be on fade out, and that's time. That, my friends, is the classic Sonic trilogy, which is Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, all in one speedrun. And we finished that in 1 hour and 22 minutes. That's actually not too bad. I mean, we had some trouble with Mushroom Hill and messed up Marble Garden. Wait, did I mess up Marble Garden? No, I messed up Launch Base. Yeah, those are like the only 2 levels that I messed up, so... But yeah, managed to be underestimated for that one, so that's pretty good. So... Hope you all enjoyed that run. I do have like 4 more games that I'll be running throughout Retrothons. Like I'll be running All Night Nippon, Super Mario Brothers, Animaniacs, Captain Skyhawk, and Popeye. So those will be happening on various days. I don't remember which days they're happening on, so definitely check out the schedule. And also keep watching Retrothon. There's a lot of amazing runners that are taking part of this for the entire week. This is, again, I mentioned this in the beginning, this is my favorite time of year. Like, always appreciate the retro games for what they are, and this is like my childhood and everything. So that's gonna do it for me today. I'll be back with my next run, whatever that is, but stay tuned and more Retrothon coming at you. So keep watching, folks.